really interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, really interesting how he considered the fold so heavily because people just under bluff in these $400 tournaments. It's really, really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, what are his bluffs? You know, like if we really think about it, like sure, ace high has some showdown value if you had ace five, and when he raises the turn with maybe some backdoor diamond draw or something like that, he actually gets called. And on this kind of board, like what hands do you have that you're folding?
And it's gonna have some misdraws and things too. So I think calling is the only option myself. Let's see if Boogaloo got away from it. Ooh, call is 6.
So this is close between call.
Really interesting. So call is 6, raise is 7,500 is 10 points. And I'm going to say he said that because this is a very bad player. And so he thinks the very bad player is going to stack off here with worse queens a lot. I'm going to guarantee that's what he's going to say. Very interesting, though. I thought call for sure was the right answer. I never am in this spot. I don't know. Interesting spot, too. I think this is a little bit of a lesson for everyone out there, too. A lot of times, the hands we want to float with, like this one, are better as raises. So this kind of falls in that category.
Yeah, and he was kind of an echo chamber for us there, saying, you know, we just get better hands to call and worse to fold.
Yep.
Like he's going to have some gut shots in his range. He's going to have spade draw. He's going to have king X. And we kind of know, we kind of identify kind of what cards are going to be bad for us on future streets, and we're aware how to proceed on those cards.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's a very good point. You right.
That was the best. You didn't say anything. You won. Just straight up.
You won. I'm just
All right, so ooh, look at this. You're not opening this. You just looked at this. You're not opening.
Button cut off, hijack, low jack, under the gun one. You are right.
Come on now. Okay. I am. So let's see if he.
He's got to open it, or there wouldn't be a hand.
It wouldn't
I'm
be a
already
quiz.
down on points.
You're already down on points in real life. Now, obviously, you're gonna cheat, but
I'm gonna evolve.
you're gonna adapt, right?
All right, let's play it.
I'm going to cry if he says he's folding here. Like, if he's like, yeah, you should be folding this in this kind of tournament, and you were actually right. All right, cool.
Wah, wah.
Like a spot where we have
Ah!
standard.
Yes.
And the reason is because queen.
I just want to say for the record that this is the best 3-point score I've ever gotten in my life. Because the right answer was fold.
Right? But you heard what he said about the tables. This is a 3K.
Here comes the excuses. 10
The
points
excuses
fold.
to
It says
open
right
if your
here.
table is particularly tight and weak. Welcome to the $5 2K world. I mean, the $11 10K. I'm opening this, yeah, for sure.
This is the best 3 points of my life.
Oh, that's hilarious. And everybody's 50.
nailed it. What the hell kind of play is that from King Queen? Who does that?
What the hell? Yeah, so my dog.
Jonathan Little's an absolute crusher, so it's nice to have him.
Yeah, I agree, and I
Just
always love
coaching.
playing right after sessions like this because I feel like my brain's warmed up. I'm thinking through things, and so it's a good way to start your session for sure.
Right. All right, guys, this is it.
What's up, Mike? You want to give a gist? He was saying Narco Cop was playing about D-pipping about 28% of hands. He had been very aggressive in this $10 buy-in, and here are the options to fold, to call, to raise to 1,200, raise to... What? Wait a minute, he made it 800, and my man's giving options to 12 and 1,400 ounces. So it's already getting kind of spicy. That's so nasty. To be on the site with these other crushers, well-known poker public figures is pretty exciting, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I didn't mention that when I was kind of giving a little intro here too. Assassinato, Matt Affleck, John Little, all coaches on the site, so very highly respectable, quality poker content.
Yep, Evan Jarvis as well. Remember Evan Jarvis, Matt Affleck, Assassinato, John Little.
Yeah, so I guess that just makes sense. He just have the ace of clubs in his hand. That's interesting, though. I
How
thought
many
that was
points you got?
interesting.
You didn't do that bad. 45.
I like how you just pat me on the back. You didn't do that bad. Well, yeah, good job, buddy. Like,
The back.
I remember I got the higher score in the first one. So, we're 1 for 1, buddy.
I just want to know.
Calling, guys. Let's see if we're good.
Similar situation as pre-flop. I think the pre.
All right, guys, we're checking, I guess. Oh, for fuck's sake.
One of the things I see people when it comes to poker is when you can get to the turn and they set up
When you're facing a min raise or just a touch more than a min raise, and there's an ante in play, which is going to be the case in most tournaments, I think, going forward, you want to defend pretty wide. If your opponent's making a 2.
All right, cool. You're going 1,400.
I'm going 1,400, guys.
I'm gonna go call with the arm and let's see what happens.
All right, and ready for
I would
the-
fold in game though, for the record, in case that's the winning game.
You won. You win. I have to concede. You win.
14K.
14K, let's do it.
Well, no, we cannot win. This is a pretty rough spot because damn it.
Mm-hmm. Where do you gonna get my chat? They like naughty things. They like just beer, alcohol,
All right, let's do I can do a $10 ACR.
$10 ACR giveaway courtesy of my man Toe. For me beating that ass heads up in this. Sorry. No, I'm kidding. We'll do this. We'll have to do it at least once a week, man. And then we'll do it every week a couple times.
So it's a tie.
I guess we got to give out $10 to each other's communities. We'll just do our own $10 free roll for each. Or does that sound fair?
Yes. Do you know what this means?
You win. I give his chat $10. Take it.
So that's cool because we have 2 ties and then a win from you and a win from me. This is like the epic battle. It's perfect. It's great.
Yeah, we're even Stevens.
This is awesome.
Take it.
I love it.
You know,
Stop. We got a giveaway going. Let's run the giveaway for the $10 ACR winner. Closing the giveaway. Drawing the winner. My man Sebs are getting the $10 ACR giveaway for this one.
yo, what
Right.
up?
Kick it off, Sixes. Do your thing.
Do my thing. I ain't doing shit. I'm kicking it. I'm ready to study. Good to see everybody. We got the poker coaching study stream. Not in Vegas yet. In Vegas on Tuesday. This is the last stream until we're in Vegas, though. I'm super excited. Welcome, everybody. Poker coaching study stream. We're going to be banging out some quizzes if you're new here. And yeah, what up, my dude? How you doing, Toe?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. You know, it's Saturday morning, and I'm here to do what I do every Saturday morning. Plan to take over the world.
Look at him floating because he won the tournament yesterday.
Hey!
Look at him. You can see this
2
man
weeks, 2
glowing like
jackpots,
Goku.
I'm right
love
behind you.
it.
You should see the clip because I call you out.
Oh, you
So
call
I'm
it? Why,
coming, Sixes. I'm
why is
coming.
everybody coming after me, man? I'm just trying to do my thing, man.
Yeah, doing good, man. Saturday, it's good. I'm gonna do today what I do every Saturday is spend all day studying, and that's my off day. So
Yep.
that's how I roll.
And Vegas in 2 days for me. I can't even think about anything else. I'm so excited. I haven't been there since February, so
It's been a long time, man.
yeah, game time.
It's been a long time. It's fun to be back in the series. I'm
Hell
two
yeah.
bracelet events deep so far, so it feels good, man. We kicked off the dust. We were playing with fucking Phil Helmuth the other day. That was fun. I never played with him before.
Yep.
Wasn't
That's
live
awesome.
though, so I guess it's not the same experience.
Right.
But it's good. Keyword poker coaching.
Yep. Keyword is poker coaching in the chat. Put it in there in Toe's chat and my chat. Give you a chance to compete for $5 if you're picked in either of our chats. Just make sure to tag us if you are picked. Make it easy on us to see since chat will be popping. And yeah, we're gonna do the Faraz quiz first. We already know, whatever it may be.
13,
And hell
11.
yeah, man. 13,
Yeah.
11.
So what's gonna happen is we'll draw one from my stream. We draw one from Six's stream. The two of you guys winners will compete taking this quiz. You'll let us know
What's
what you
up,
got to
guys?
do, and the winner will get $5. And we'll do that for a few quizzes today. Get better. We'll listen to what the audience has to say about the hand. We'll tell you what we think about the hand. We'll see what the coach in the video thinks about the hand. We'll have a good time. You make a little money. You gamble on Get Better at Gambling. Life is good.
Hell yeah. And what's up to Army? Mr. Diamond, Rainus, Drenning, Hands Cold, Gamer, everybody. But Loxy, what's up, family? Anybody's going to be in Vegas next week, let us know. We'll try to do maybe a little Toe Sixes get together if we got enough people get a lunch. Or
Yeah,
I'm trying to get Toe to play Cash. He still won't agree to come play Cash with me.
Cash is a question mark. Getting me out of the house is a definite. I'm sorry in advance. I have to say this, but Cooter Bruiser, thank you for the follow.
Holy shit.
Wing high five, Albatross. Albatross, thank you for the resub, buddy. I appreciate you. And cool.
So yeah, we're gonna do quiz 13-11, the King 5 suited in the big blind. Go ahead and get the last few poker coachings in the chat before we pick, and hell yeah.
Let's play 2-4 limit. Can't go
2-4 limit.
No,
the
no,
most.
no.
Oh hell no.
No. Although I might do that before I play PLO.
Oh, PLO fun. That shit would be fun live. You would enjoy that.
No, I'm not a Plo guy.
Yeah,
I
you
like
would.
stud games better.
Shit, I bet you would, man. That shit is fun. Pots get big as hell.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's fucking variance.
My dude, crazy ass final table the other night. Very well played. Thank you. When we went from one big blind to getting second, that was sick.
Nice.
Cool. All right, let's pick.
Go. Let's
Got
pick.
a bunch
I'm
of people
ready.
in there. Hell yeah. All right. What's up, Pens Wins?
We got the Albatross flying in.
Oh,
Winky high five.
What's up, Raging Al? And we got my man from Biloxi to Vegas, one of the Mafia's finest, coming out swinging. You know what to do. I taught him everything he knows. Might as well ship it now. I won a jackpot at a cash game 3 years ago for 21K gamers. God damn. That's kind of sick, bro.
Yep.
I'd have been amped. Holy shit. All right. 13-11, I am ready when you are, sir. Who won it over there?
Albatross.
Albatross. God, dude, he's good. All right, hand time.
Team Toe legend. Let's do it.
Mhm.
We're bringing out heaters right out the gate. Ready?
Yep, I clicked it.
2-5 no limit here. We're facing an open of 12 from the hijack. We got King 5 suited here in the big blind. Do we want to call, 3-bet 45, or fold?
All right, this is 2-5 online cash. Everybody's favorite.
What?
King
How
5
did we
suited
get
in the big.
We just talked about this.
Hijack
Somehow
open.
Sixes got me drunk and I'm playing 2-5 cash somewhere. Faraj Jock is at my table.
Uh-huh. Flat call. We see some flat.
Call for Albatross. I'd be whistling Dixie if I
Black-
won 21K.
Dude, I'd be so charged. Especially off of just some jackpot hand. You didn't even have to like have a long sweat for it. Oh my
Serious.
god. So we're seeing nothing but flats on this end. Stinky's flatting, Rainus is flatting, and the man of the hour, Biloxi, is flatting as well. 0 3-bets.
Yeah, we got a bunch of calls, but Tina's out there on 3-Bet Island. She's not scared.
Never is.
She's Mrs.
Calling
Machine
for
Gun.
hands cold. Yeah, the female version of Machine Gun.
We got to come with something clever for you, Tina. There's a nickname brewing here somewhere. We'll figure it out.
The millionaires in the house. What's up, B-Mill? All in. Gamers is calling. So yeah, what are you doing here? Both players have went.
Yeah, Albatross calling. I'm calling here too. Suited king, pretty much calling most suited hands for close to a min raise, and this is a good hand. King 5 suited. Let's fucking go. We got money invested.
God, I don't know about we don't study cash that much. I would tend to just always take it to the streets. We have no info. I don't know if we want to just use better suited kings.
We're also
7,
on the
8,
big blind,
9.
which has less 3-bets, right? From this spot, we just flat a ton from this spot in general.
Well,
Not always, just
this is
in general.
cash, so we gotta be careful. The nuance is certainly different to 100 bigs in cash, when we don't want to just call a lot out of position with the rake and stuff like that. So maybe we're incentivized to 3-bet a little bit more when we're out of position in these spots. So I don't know. I mean, calling is fine if you want to 3-bet. That seems aggressive, but fine too. There's just never folding.
Yeah, and I don't think cash differs so much that we're going to be raising this hand all of a sudden. Like, I think this.
I don't know. I mean, maybe not this particular, but I mean, I see if I have king 9 here, I think I'm like raising mostly, like king 9, king 10, king jack and shit. But maybe not. We'll see. Let's see what Faraz thinks. This is cash.
Fold. My ego will survive this fold. He's strong.
Hell no.
All right, let's do it.
We're calling off. Let's do it.
So I'm mostly just calling here. Definitely not 3-betting here. And folding, you could fold, but I think it's a little too tight. In cash games, we are going to be much tighter than in tournaments in the big blind, though, because there's no ante. So this hand is close, whereas in a tournament, it's an easy call. Flop comes Jack 6-4 with 2 hearts, so we do have a flush draw. Opponent bets 8. Do we want to call, check raise to 27, or fold?
So this is going to be interesting. You can do different things here, for sure. There's a couple options.
Check raise or fold. Almost spilled coffee all over myself, dude.
Raise. Bruce coming out with the check raise. Did pick up a little equity due to pairs.
Easy call. Dreading says re-raise. I want re-raise. What are you doing here, Deuterino? Curious, bro.
There's a few raises coming out from the army here. Tina, Jerome, Frank.
All right, Biloxi's just calling.
I don't see Albatross out there yet. Beats raising. C-Star is raising. Only 3 calls and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 raises. Sheesh. Call for Albatross. Quick.
Deuterino's calling and Stinky is raising. God damn. I mean, I think I know what I'm doing here. Probably check raising, right? I mean, when he uses the small size. God, we just call sometimes at this. I'm torn.
There's a few options. I'm torn too. I mean, I'll tell you, like, for my strat, like, I generally call here. The thing that gets me to want to raise this is that we have the backdoor straight to go with it, and we have an over to the jack. If we didn't have an over to the jack, it'd be a call for sure. But with an over to the jack and the backdoor straight, I'm a little conflicted myself.
And I mean, I'm check raising. Fuck it. Yep, 27 for me.
Oh, he's just too rich.
No, I mean, yeah, it's just I can't help myself.
He's come out the
Vegas. I think if he used the big size, I think I would always call. But this, I mean, the third.
6 is coming out, practicing his make it rain.
Yeah, it's about to be bad. I'm either gonna get super wrecked or super rich. It's no in between, no break even. Nah, it's bad. Reason I called Dreading check raise with 2 overs. I'd probably flat half pot, but I'm about to check raise this. This 8. I don't know. This is 100 big blinds deep. The ace of hearts is still out there. Yeah, he can still have nut flush draws as well. But I feel like the nut flush draw, we can just make him maybe fold some ace high type hands, which is kind of nice.
Too.
If I have the nut flush, my ace high might be good. If I had the nut flush draw, I think I would be more likely to call because our ace is good, right?
Yeah. And you're right. We do got to check raise some of them. And the candidates would be the ones that are combo draws or backdoor draws with overs to the jack. So that's why it's a little conflicting. I could see the raise. I'd probably call in game myself, but I could definitely get behind the raise with this hand.
All right. We're calling. That's what
they're both doing. All right, let's do it.
Let's do it. Please.
Calling is certainly fine here, but I'd much rather check raise. I really like that we have the backdoor straight draw with the flush draw.
And the overhead
And
jack.
we also benefit by getting a bunch of better kings to fold. So we check raise here, we get them off stuff like king queen, king 10, king 9 suited. Whereas we call and we hit a king against those hands, and now we're dominated. So it's nice to kind of, it's always good when we get better hands to fold. For example, a hand like king queen of hearts here, I might consider just calling. It has more showdown value, I keep worse kings in, and so on. So we do check raise here to 27, opponent calls. Turn is the 8 of diamonds. We can check, we can bet 32, bet 64, bet 88.
I'm sorry, in game he called, right? That's what happened.
No, he check raised in. There's 80 out there.
Okay.
And there was
So
yeah,
now
he
the
check
question
raised.
is, does he fire again? Does he continue?
Does he fire again? I know what I'm doing.
Me too.
Let's see. Deuterino says 8-8 all day. Now you have to lead, bruh.
Whoa, Bosca's saying overbet.
64.
Coming
What
out
game is
cray,
this?
cray.
We're done in this game. I had to get out. This
A
is
bunch of
2-5 cash online. Bro, he shuffles chips with both hands. What do you think his answer was going to be?
A bunch of 64s.
Diamonds.
A couple of the tighter guys on Team Toe trying to be aggressive and betting small.
Raging out with the 32 64s.
4 outs to a straight, 8 to a flush. We have 12 outs, I can see, behind Betty Davis' eyes. Yep. Your math is correct. What's the mafia doing?
A lot of 64s. I ain't seen a check. Not one check. All bets. Pots, 64s, and a sprinkling of 32s, but zero fucking checks.
Me too. A lot of 64s, a couple of 32s, and one overbet from Bosca.
Smart people making shit up. I like it. Aggressive mistakes. Draining going 64. All right. Biloxi's going 64. What are you doing here, Toe?
I mean, we definitely got to fire again. We check raise. We picked up equity. So I would fire again. I would go 64. We're 92 bigs deep, though, so 88 does have some merit for show. But I think I would go 64 in game.
Yeah, I'm torn between 64 and 88 myself. I would probably go 64, but man, 88. Probably 64. And then just plan on just, well, I don't want to get into the river too much, but yeah, 64, 88. It feels like between the two sizes, he's continuing inelastically, so it doesn't really make that big of a difference. So I think just using 64 and the times we use 88 and he comes over the top is pretty horrible. So yeah, maybe just 64 feels like what we would do if we looked at a solver, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's
Easy says 88. 88 gets more fold and is more polar, I think. They're both pretty polar when we check raise and use like a massive size, my opinion.
Yep. Vance,
I don't think fucking kings or aces are gonna give a fuck if you go 64 or 88. All of his overpair just doesn't matter between the two sizes.
Too.
Yeah, I mean, the good jack kicks are just always calling. So I don't know. I think between the two sizes, 64 when we pick up equity. So my opinion. Let's see what Faraz
We're on the same page, I think. Yep, Albatross 164 as well. Let's find out.
88.
We can definitely do a mix of things here between checking and betting big, I would say.
Bosca crushing it.
If we do bet big, I do prefer going the large 88 size.
5 hands.
It puts our opponent in a much tougher spot with a lot of their 9s, 10s, queens, kings, aces. And it also sets the pot up so it's a little easier to get all the chips in, which is so we can maximize off our hand when we have it and put max pressure when we're bluffing. Checking is certainly reasonable too, and we probably will have a good enough price to either check call or check raise, whatever we think is more appropriate. But I did go ahead with the big bet here. Opponent called. I don't know that a small bet is great here. Lots of times when, let's say for example, the flop was a rainbow and we check raised, then our opponent has a bunch of hands like ace king, king queen, with, backdoor flush draws, all 3 different backdoor flush draws in their range because it's a rainbow. And now we could do a lot of small betting on the turn when those hands brick. Here, his floats are going to have a heart or 2 diamonds in it, and now the diamond came. So a lot of his kind of backdoory floats did improve. We could still get him off, maybe some of those big ace and king and queen high hearts, possibly with the small bet, but there's not as many hands we get to target with the small bet in this current situation. So I do like the bigger bet here. River is the deuce of diamonds. So do we want to give up or do we want to go for it? If we decide to bet, our options are 105, 205, and all in.
God damn.
This
we break out.
I think
Snap jams.
I think this is funny. This is actually a really high level quiz, I think.
Oh yeah, it is.
Surprise!
But the overbet on turn?
Shog on turn here against standard 20%.
Cat jam. Cats are just done with it. Deuterino's like, check, I'm done, or just jamming an ace queen of diamonds. Cat jam.
I got an all in. I got to
not your
give
money.
up. I got to take a nap. I got to barf, vomit, then go all in. Bosca's all in. Bruce says he's going to time out. I got awesome responses in the army.
Groan loudly.
Not a bet size out there, but a lot of comments.
Not a bad time. People are just done with it, just sick with it. The tails.
Except for Bosca jamming it. Friends go on 105, so small bet.
105 for Stinky.
Was Queen Jack fold if we jam?
Y'all mine.
Good question.
Make it look like value, Stinky thinks with the 105. Woof. What were you doing here, Biloxi? Cat jam. Biloxi's done with it. He's seen enough.
Says 205, like 80% pot or so. Beat's going 80%. Suited pairs going. A lot of 80%ers out there now. A couple of small bets.
Damn.
One jam.
It's tough. I mean, told the story. It's time for the hammer. Jam and reload when called. It is cash. And we're probably too rich.
And you're
to care.
Faraz rich in this scenario.
Yeah, we got Faraz's money. Bankroll. Snap rebuy. This shit's like 1-2. He called, check raise, and overbet. He's narrowed to a strong range. Bet 205. If not, I'm checking.
108 says
Check
all
when
in,
the
hit the
power,
rebound button.
overbet. When the overbet call turn. Garvey says. All right, cool. What are you doing here, Tom?
Fuck. What am I really doing, or what do I know Faraz is doing? Because Faraz is gonna jam here.
Feels bad as fuck, man. And the problem is he thought like some of their range was like backdoor diamond draws. Those got there. They called the fucking overbet. They called the check raise. If they're just uncapped, they still have like sets themselves, the backdoor flush draws. Sure, they have a handful of missed straight draws, but now it feels like none of the overpairs are folding. It feels horrible.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we trying to make them fold? We need call to overbet on the turn at this point. And backdoor diamonds actually get there. And we thought from his turn analysis, he's
we block a lot of the hearts.
Get me out. All right. Put him on AK. I put your on ace king.
Someone in my chat asked if we get queen jack to fold if we jam. Absolutely. You're not getting ace jack to fold, probably.
No, because I mean there's still missed heart draws.
King jack is a question mark. Jack 10 probably folds. Jack 9 suited folds.
Oh shit! That guy's in my backyard and the dog's working.
So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I probably check when I overbet and they call, and I don't think this card changes enough and actually could be bad for me. So I probably jam some rivers, and this river doesn't feel like one I do. So I'm gonna ship a lot, but not this. I don't think, man.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, in game I wasn't jamming, but I think Faraz is going to.
I think Faraz is going to as well. I mean, if I was doing this and if I was one of the guys in chat and you picked me to do this quiz, I would just pick jam.
Yeah.
If I'm like playing the coach.
If you're leveling, trying to get that.
If I'm trying to get, but if you're actually in game in a spot, I don't know. It feels horrible.
Yeah. Well, we're going 205. That's what Albatross is doing.
Yep, we're going all in.
Oh shit! So we're gonna find out.
Only
Let's do it.
Are give up or all in. All right, all in. Let's do it. Please.
I think giving up is a
Baby
super
bet.
reasonable option
105?
here. I think taking a stab is
What?
also reasonable. I'm not crazy about betting big, so I don't like the 205 and the all-in options. We don't have any. The diamonds did run out, and we don't have a diamond in our hand, which is a little bit scary.
You know we're running this one.
Even a hand like 5-7 here, we could opt to just go for the small sizing. So I like kind of doing a cheeky little small bet here. This is something we might want to do here with pocket 4s, pocket 6s, 2 pair,
True.
and like I said, the 5-7. Of course, some of those hands versus jam will call, especially if it's a 5-7 with a heart in it, or sorry, with a diamond in it. But yeah, we just have a lot of value hands that do want to keep betting, but they're not thrilled that the diamond ran out, so they might bet small. So it makes it so that we can take a hand like this and bluff small as well. But you know, like I said, giving up is super reasonable as well if we don't feel good about going for the bluff here. We did get called. I don't know by what, but
I don't know by what.
did not work, but it doesn't matter.
Snap
Just
by
because it doesn't work, it doesn't mean
sevens
it's
or something.
not necessarily a profitable bluff. We do got to remember we're risking 105 to steal the 256 in the middle. So what you could do is take how much you're risking, which is 105, divide it by the pot you're going to win if it works, which is now 361. And that number comes out to 29%. So that means this bluff just needs to work 29% of the time to be profit or to break even. So as long as this works 1 out of 3, as long as I do this 3 times and it works 1 of them, then this is a profitable bluff. So don't get down on yourself just when you take these spots and they don't work. You got to think, are they going to work over the long run the right percentage of the time? So you need it to.
Oh man, chat is losing their minds here. I'm dying. Cats are pissed.
They're pissed. They want a refund.
Man, that's working 0% unless they have hearts that you are blocked. Bro, yeah, I don't know if 105 is ever gonna work with this hand class. I like it with this attention, maybe if you think he's gonna bluff jam, or I don't know, but yeah, it feels fancy. I don't know.
Look at
Step
this. The moment you
105,
raised
105.
27 bigs on the flop, you sure showed you were going to go all in by the river.
No, it doesn't work.
I mean, you might check raise check if you like.
Didn't
don't
see
think
the
I like
whole
ran the
hand.
turn,
105
but
there seemed like fancy play syndrome.
I'm
for
really
sure.
surprised. Yeah, I'm gonna run this one just for my own sanity.
Oh, I have to see it, bro. Yeah, we have to see this today, I think. How deep? 100? Got everything. When he picked that hand for the quarters, he didn't think he thought he got nasty. That was good, man. Oh, and Vans, thank you so much for that gift sub to Ice Blue Fiji.
Yeah,
really
he did one on my
appreciate
stream too.
that.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. We really appreciate the support here.
I'll run this.
Oh,
two
yeah.
pairs.
All right, cool. New keyword.
Oh, wait, who won?
Oh, shit.
He did so bad. He tried to hide. We didn't do that great either. This was a rough one for us. It's gonna be
We got a
close.
fucking 1 on the river.
So did we.
We got 19.
It's a flip.
It's a flip. Oh, how do you guys flip? You guys picked all kind of different scores and shit. All right, we got to watch the flip.
Yeah,
Biloxi, call
3
it
on
real
the
quick.
10 on pre-flop, 3 on the flop, 5 on the turn, 1 on the river.
Whenever
Wow.
they tie for scores, guys, if you're new to the stream out there watching, we make them flip for it in a coin flip simulator for the $5. It's poker, and you know, you got to win your flips in poker. We'll watch the flip. Let me know when you got it up. Oh, there we go.
I'm ready.
All right.
gotta pick-
He called heads. He called
Heads.
heads.
Flip it.
God, he's trying to find
No whammy,
the-
no whammy,
the
no whammy, no
system.
whammy, no whammy. Piss.
Yes.
Heads it is.
Heads. We are running so. We run so good with flips in the mafia, baby. Good job, my dude. Biloxi runs pure again. Good shit, buddy. We win the flip, and the mafia takes another one.
Yep.
Shit. Let's go back to the quizzes. Let's change the.
No, we need a keyword.
I kind of want to pick y'all mine since I seen it rolling in chat, and it would be cool to see a bunch of them.
Yeah, how the fuck do you spell it? Is it just y'all, mine, all one word?
Yeah. No, it's all one word, but it's a capital. Is this how it is? Yeah.
See, you got it all crazy and weird.
Oh, I love it, man. This shit is too funny to me. It's y'all, M-I-N-D. Y'all mind.
Oh, y'all mind.
Yep. It's just because it's an emote in chat. It's tight.
Fucking.
You got to get
hang
better.
on, I gotta get crazy with it. Keyword is there an apostrophe? No, there it is,
Nope.
guys. You're a little too early. I got. All right, I got it in there now. You're good now. So Jerome beats Julius and Tina. Do it again.
If you could see my chat, this shit is hilarious. I don't know. Can you see what it looks like if I pull it over?
I can't get those damn emotes to work in my chat. I don't know what's up. I got it all installed. I checked.
Yeah.
Y'all
All right,
mind
cool.
if I take the last donut? Quiz number.
We'll pick a quiz now. Let's see. We've been doing the Evan series. We got Affleck always
I
putting
actually
out
see
great
another
quizzing
Faraz quiz we
content.
missed somehow down the line.
Oh yeah, we only did one last week. We can do the other one.
Let's go in between.
It's a tournament
in
though.
between, but we'll definitely do the other one and catch them up. Let's go to the Falls View. 1296. Trying to fill in some of these
1296.
gaps.
Oh yeah, we got to catch up. So we'll do this A7 of Hearts from our buddy Evan Jarvis. And yeah, we'll do that one. So yeah, let's pick somebody. My kids are fighting. If you hear screaming.
All right, picking a winner.
Yep, we'll do the Affleck one as well.
Yeah, we always do
All right.
Affleck one every week.
Yep.
Oh, it's Miss Machine Gun in the house. Tina's up.
Oh no. Jam. Bet. Raise. Oh, Solo Asylum. You know what time it is, my dude. You got a good track record.
Let's
around
do
these
this,
parts.
Tina. You
Good
got
luck,
a good
buddy.
record in these things.
Two of the finest out there battling. We're doing 1296. This WPT Falls View A7 of Hearts.
She's all in every street.
All right, I'm ready when you are.
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Hello everyone, Evan Jarvis here for PokerCoaching.com. Today we are reviewing a tournament hand from the $1,100 World Poker Tour event I played at Fallsview earlier this year. This spot, the blinds are 400, 800. We have chipped up nicely throughout the tournament. And we have A7 hearts in the small blind. We have a limp from a player in the hijack who we don't really know too much about. We know we have an honest type of player in the big blind. Action is on you. In the small blind, what should you do? Should you fold, call, raise to 2,400, or raise to 3,600?
All right, we are in the small blind with a limper. Excuse me. Tina coming out with the fire right away. She says, "No limps for you." Zooted coming out
All right, my
with this
bad.
as well.
Limp from the hijack. High level shit needs $1,100. Maybe he's nasty and has a balanced limping range, huh? I'm tempted to go 36, but I'm 24. I think Rainus is 24, Crest is 24, Raging Owl is just completing, and Solo Asylum is 24. So a bunch of 24s here.
Yeah, I got a bunch of 24s and a sprinkling of 36s here for us as well. Tina going 24. 36 for battle anybody.
We have no information on this hijack player. Did he give anything? Or my kids were fighting, so I couldn't hear anything.
He limped.
That's all he said. He didn't say like our friend here
snap
was
green
playing
tag
like this.
done.
Well, I mean, people. I swear, there's some cats live that can limp and like.
Is there a limp strategy 40
balance
bigs
and play.
deep? I don't think there's a 40 big deep limp strategy.
I mean, if you really technically studied, there's probably a limp strategy at every stack up. Honestly, there really is. There's probably, if you balance it and play well, theory, you can limp. But this guy ain't studying it. Sixes with answers is so easier for him to find. Oh yeah, let me see what it's. Solo's doing 24. All right. I don't know if I'm raising. I'm going 36. That's for damn sure. I am probably going to use the bigger sizing. Because I'll probably use the bigger sizing. Probably don't mind 24, but yeah, Kohler 36 for me a lot.
I tend to call in these
Reno
spots
just
with the marginally hands. I want to have some call, protect my calling range here, and
hands that have more playability, right? Like A7 when we do raise is just going to come like.
Like I
We're
would
just
raise
gonna
ace
have
jack
bad board
plus,
luck.
ace 10 I mix, I think.
Yeah, ace jack, ace 10 suited, ace 10 stud, king
I was limp
queen,
behind
king
with
jack
like
suited,
pocket
king.
eights and under, and probably
Yeah.
raise nines plus. You know, eights is question mark, kind of mixes. I think.
Well, I'm always raising eights.
Yeah, I think it mixes.
I'm
So
not.
that's kind of where I'm at with this. So I would limp behind all day.
Okay. And so that
But
means
nobody did that in my chat. I don't think there was a single call in my entire
Deuterino
chat.
called. Yeah, I mean, probably called more than I raised, but especially ace 7. But if I have like ace 9 plus,
Yeah, then I'm starting to raise for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool. We are going 24, and
So
you
are we.
are 24 there as well. Cool.
Yep.
All right, let's do it. Just call.
Here, I'm pretty on board with both options of calling and raising. We certainly have a strong enough hand to play with ace 7 suited. We do not want to be folding this hand. And it's a hand that we can play multi-way, keep in some worse aces and worse 7s from our opponent's ranges, keep in some more suited hands from their ranges, which is what we can accomplish by calling. And it's also a hand that plays fine going with a reasonably large raise to knock out the big blind and put ourselves in a position to play this pot heads up. If we had more information about the hijack and knew that he was the type of player to limp in with a lot of weak holdings but raise his best holdings, that greatly incentivizes us to raise and try to take it down pre-flop or get it heads up. But with the lack of that information, I decided to just call and take the flop multi-way. We're getting incredibly good odds here, and we're playing out of position for the rest of the hand, so no real need to inflate the pot greatly without a ton of information. Great flop for us, king of hearts, queen of hearts, 6 of diamonds. Great in the fact that it's going to connect with the hijack like somewhat, but not a huge amount. He would probably raise king queen. So even if he's hit this board, he's not going to play it very aggressively, and we're going to have a good chance of being able to make our flush on the later streets. So action is on you. What should you do? Should you check, lead for 1,200, lead for 2,400, or lead for 3,200?
So we overlimped.
Yep.
All right, cool. Perfect.
And now, do we lead or do we check in the limped pot? What's the plan?
Ooh, Solo's just leading for the 12. We see a bunch of checks. Mostly checks, and Solo's leading.
Check, check, check. Checking the check race as Vans. Check, check, check. Mr. Machine Gun. Good morning, my friend. Tina leading 1,200.
Well, oh, so Tina's leading as well, as is Solo.
And Zooted Pairs leading, but he's sizing.
Marisol's check, check, check. I mean, seems kind of weird to just lead this particular board. I think this is going to hit this limping range enough with some king X, queen X symmetry hands. A lot of different gut shots, pairs. I don't know, man. I don't know what leading really accomplishes. I'd probably just check.
Yeah, I think it's probably something like if you lead with a king here because it's a limped pot, or
yeah, to just start getting value and things like that. But here we just have to draw.
Here we have a draw. We don't want to lead and get. I mean, if we lead and get raised, the pot's kind of small because it's a limped pot. But even still, like, pretty standard to just check and evaluate here.
1,200 again, unless I've seen this guy limp huge hand. Seems like a good lead. I don't know, man. Why? I mean, when we lead and we break turns, or if it's a jack, I mean, we just lead as the bluff again when he's gonna have like
all the kings
next hands that are all around this board. I don't know. It seems kind of ambitious. I would probably just always check hand that would just never fold to any single bet size. And we can always see the turn and get there for sure. So
Tina says, what about building the pot? Why do we not want to do that? And here we don't want to build the pot yet because
we don't
have a hand yet, and we're out of position.
We're gonna miss.
And so out of position, you're gonna check a lot. In position, if I was sitting in, the guy in the back seat spot and it checked to me with A7 suited, I would 100% bet. But we got to get through 2 people, and we still have 2 cards to come, so we don't really want to blow up the pot yet.
Bet and build. Everybody is betting. Shit is crazy. But it is versus the limp, so maybe a lot of people think they can just hammer this range and eventually make better fold. So, I don't know. We're going 12, though, because that's what Solo's doing.
The only argument for getting better to fold is you might be able to get the weak guy who limps like pocket 7s, pocket 8s, pocket 9s. You might get that to fold, but he's going to have a ton of like Jack 10 and Queen 10 and Queen Jack, Queen 9, King 9, that kind of stuff.
King 10.
Tina, you can't change your answer after we say something.
Hell no.
Nice try, though. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, Tina.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
She said
1200.
lead 12.
Yep, as did Solo. What?
This is a spot where I really like leading for a few reasons.
Oh, Evan.
The first is if our opponents do not have Broadway cards, we're taking down this pot right now with our ace high, an unpaired hand, and picking up some equity in doing so. The next reason I like this spot for leading is if our opponents have a weaker flush draw or say a straight draw, we can start building the pot and set ourselves up to win a big pot if both of us make our draws on later streets. The third reason I like leading in this spot is we can, we're in the small blind, we can have all of this. We can have king 6 suited, queen 6 suited. Probably not king queen, we probably would have raised that. But we can have some of the 2 pairs here. And our opponents are unlikely to raise our bet here very frequently. If they do raise, it's really just going to be a hand like pocket sixes, in which case we know the implied odds are there and we can call. So I like leading, and I like leading small. For all those reasons, it keeps all the weaker draws in. If we do get raised, it's going to be for a smaller amount than if we made it a large size, which means we can peel more easily. And it just encourages them to call with, a pair of queens or a pair of kings, and we have the extra out with an ace in that case. We go for the lead here and get called in both spots, which means our opponents both have some piece of the board. And the turn is a 10 of diamonds, giving us a gut shot to go with our nut flush draw.
Pick up equity.
Action is on you. What should you do? Should you check, bet 2,800, bet 5,400, or bet 8,200?
Sweet.
Tried to warn you, Evan. Picked up equity and still kind of shitty.
I mean, to be fair, I think it should be pretty close between the points between checking and leading. I feel like it could be just kind of neutral. I don't know if we're going to be printing a ton of EV because we are always going to get to see the turn. Maybe we do generate a few more folds. If we were heads up, I'd like it maybe a little bit more, but it's probably reasonable. Ray Janelle's going 28. 54 for Solo. Oh, no. Now what? 28. Set your own price. Continue to try to semi-bluff or try to check and realize. What are your options? What are we doing here, boys? 28 for Ray Janelle.
Jerome played in the 5th.
Deuterino is going 28.
I think I have every answer in my chat except for 8,200.
Check calling, he's holding something he won't lay down, Chris says. Check, give up. Whoa.
Tina says, bet 28 even though I really want to check.
Loves to seize it. Yeah, Solo Asylum just going 54 around these parts. What are you doing over there?
Tina wants to check, but she can't help herself. She's going 28.
All right. Man, I don't know. I mean, I would have checked the flop. So it's kind of hard. I'll probably check the flop a lot. God, man. When both players call, I tend to just check again. I don't really like these sizes.
Fuck. Like every 2-pair combo got there. Like, fuck. That 10's a badass card. Jack 9 got there.
Like, I just feel like sometimes we might even just put the bet out and get fucking raised, which would be a nightmare multi-way. But there is advantage maybe getting a set on price. It's gonna be hard for someone to raise without the fucking coconuts, but I'll probably just check call here a lot. We get to
we're multi-way and got called both spots like this. I feel like if you bet here, you're lighting those ships on fire. Well, you could, I guess you could go triple with a jack or a heart. Hard to get paid with a jack. Hard to get paid when a heart comes too. I mean, you led twice and led 3 times into 2 people. Like, name a bluff.
That's also really bad. Yeah, this is interesting. Man, I really don't. 28 could be a thing just because it gets called and then we get to just play pretty straightforwardly if we improve bet. If we don't, I just don't feel like 28's getting 2 players to fold on this card. And I don't know if we're giving ourselves the greatest price with that card, so I probably just check a lot. If I don't, I'm going only 28. I'm never using the big sizes ever.
Oh, no. I mean, I think I have to check. I think
54 feels like, holy shit. Nah, so.
That's a bad card.
Yeah. We need Monk for this. We have simple 3-way as well.
Yeah, we could run the simple three.
But I mean,
Although it's a limped pot, so like, what's the limp
you have
strat
to,
for the
yeah,
hijack?
you have to put his whatever we'd have to manufacture a limp strategy for him. But all right, we're going 54 because that's what Solo's doing. My
We're
ass is checking
really
against it.
thinking about checking and then betting 2,800.
All right, cool. I mean,
Almost.
28 can't be bad. You ready?
Yep.
Checking
Tina
and
on.
calling is certainly an
Jarvis.
option here, depending on the sizing that our opponents take.
Yeah, two.
If we do check here, we're capping our range a little bit, whereas if we keep
Still like the
leading,
size.
we can still have all the strongest of hands. I don't think we need to be concerned about getting raised by Ace-Jack here, as Ace-Jack is a hand that very likely the hijack and the big blind both would have raised when it was folded to them or limped to them. But I think we can rule that out, which means all of our outs are live, and more importantly, it means we're very unlikely to get raised if we bet. Now, in terms of sizing, I once again like going for the smaller sizing here to give ourselves a good price on the river. This way, if both players call, we've gotten the correct pot odds to draw out our hand. We don't need any implied odds. And even if only one player calls, we need to pick up less than 3,000 on the river to get our implied odds. Very likely we're going to be able to do that, given our opponents have called 2 bets, including one of the same size on the turn. So I like a lead here. We get a call from the big blind and the
better hit it,
hijack
Evan.
again. And the river is the ace of spades,
Piss.
giving us top pair. Action is on you. What should you do? Should you check, bet 4,800, bet 9,200, or bet 15,200?
Where's the 15-2 crew at?
Oh, Evan. What did you do to yourself? So here's the one thing that he said that I have a different thought process than. He said that if we bet on the turn, we still have all of the strongest hands in our range. However, we limped behind pre, so we don't have kings, we don't have queens, we might have a set of sixes, we don't have ace-jack.
We can have ace-jack off, maybe some small frequency.
Some small frequency. I'll give you small frequency of that.
Jack-9.
Small frequency of king-queen. Like, we have Jack-9. You know.
So we have some strong hands. We have 2 pairs and a couple of the straights for sure. And he didn't want to cap, and he wanted to be able to bet when he improved.
Battle of says just muck out of position.
Yeah.
Open fold.
I'm almost saying 4,800, but if it was late reg, I'd almost jam jamming? Whoa!
Not scared.
Whoa! Bet 4,800 fold.
What are you doing, Tina?
Price. Solo, bolo.
She's betting 9,200.
She's betting 92?
She's going for it.
She's a handful, bro. Tina's gonna put your ass in tough spots when you're at her table. Let me tell you what. Holy shit. D-Coop. My dude's open folding. Kappa. I'm giving up against 2 people unless I got these. I mean, it's got to be 48 or check, right? If it's anything else, me and Evan will have to have a one-on-one. How are we using a big sizing out of position to 2 players on a 4-line board when we're blocking the flush draws, and we're never getting called by worse? Can't be a big size. So it's either check or 48. It can't be anything else.
You have got to be out of your mind to bet this with 2 people calling.
Maybe the way Evans played this hand, I don't know what university, but I don't even see nothing. Can you get called by worse? What worse hand is
there? Is there a single range of hands out there that doesn't have a jack in it that calls twice? Like,
unless some worse ace got here, like get me out.
Single pair ace gonna call? No.
Like they got there, we blocked the heart draw aces that would float. The king X are always folding when we bet into 2 people. We're dead.
Yeah, there's no single ace heads here.
Get me out.
It's all 2 pair. Like ace 9.
I'm trying to envision like hands that we can beat and get value from when we actually put chips into this pot. We're dead. Get me out.
Tina says that's not what she would do. She's leveling. She's betting 9,200.
Already put that much.
She's trying to win the quiz.
Post flop.
Check fold says drugs.
We don't think about poker like that, Solo Asylum. We think in regards to ranges, right? What range of hands do they show up with here? 2 players that we have to get through with the bet.
Albatross can ask if they can do a 3-way chop.
God be up.
He knows
What
he's
up, big
dead, so
dog?
he's gonna out there and start to negotiate. I like it, Albatross. That's a nice angle shoot.
All right, we are going.
92 for us.
Oh shit! I forgot to see what Solo was doing. Did I spoil before? He said he was jamming, and then I cut him off. So I'm assuming I got to give you 15. I'm almost saying 4,800, but if it was late, I got to take the 15 too. He says 4,800 now after I said it. Nah. I don't think we can do that, my dude. All right, give him. He did say 4,800 first.
That's cool.
All right, let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
It has to be a check.
At this point in the
I
hand,
got
we've
it.
given ourselves a very good price on the
Has
flop,
to be.
a very good price on the turn, and given ourselves a fair price to hit our draw, just based on the pot odds that we were laying ourselves. So
These two heads
from
are
an equity perspective, we've had the right price throughout the hand. We don't really need to go for a bluff here to make up for poor odds or anything. We've had a fair price throughout the hand. Also, with both players calling us down here to the river, they could easily have a jack. They could easily have two pair at this point with the way the board is run out. And there's two of them. There's a decent chance that one of them is going to call us. And I just do not feel that there's any need for us to continue bluffing into two players out of position on a board that ran out all right on the turn, but not great on the river for us. We had a fair price throughout the hand. We maintained the lead, set the price with our draw, and unfortunately we just didn't improve. This is a good spot to give up on the hand, just check and plan to fold the facing action. And we see that our new friend in the big blind had two pair, and our friend in the hijack, tricky limp there with ace queen, makes our over limp rather than a raise. Better play. Yeah, he rivers two pair. But we also see that even when our friend in the big blind turned two pair, he did not raise it for fear that we may have, connected with a gutter or something like that. So this is the power of maintaining the lead in the hand. Had we checked the turn, our friend in the big blind probably would have bet a larger amount than we did, and we would have had to pay more to see the river and
That's
also
fair.
not really be in pole position to put a value bet in there if we improve to a flush. If we go check call on the turn and the river's a heart and then we lead out, he's much more likely to fold than if we've just been betting the entire way. Likewise, if the river's a heart and we check to the big blind again, he's likely just going to check back and we're going to miss out on that value. So that's the power of taking the lead and maintaining the lead in a hand when you have a good draw, and also choosing the appropriate price so that you're laying yourself good odds to make your hand and not overpaying to hit that draw. Anyway, this has been Evan Jarvis for PokerCoaching.com. I hope you enjoyed the quiz and learned a thing or two, and I look forward to seeing you in the next
He
one.
made some super good points, man. I think he made some very good points and a compelling argument to lead that turn. And I mean, I think I'm gonna utilize that. I really like what he said about setting your own price, and it makes it easier to get value when we bet as opposed to when we check and get there, because they're gonna likely check back and we can't lead. They're gonna fold shit when we lead as well. So yeah, I think that was good, man. Good shit, guys. What did you get on that river 9K?
1 point.
We got a 2 for 48.
Oh, piss. Total 27 points.
Yeah, we got our shit pushed in. We got a 20.
Tina, you did it.
We
I
got
told
our
you
shit
you run
pushed
good in these things.
all the way in.
You
that
did it,
quiz.
Tina. You want PayPal as
Good
usual?
try. Good try, Solo.
Let me know.
But how often would the jam really work against good players? If they have a jack, 0. And they're going to have a jack in their range, you know?
Go, Tina Jaretta.
Good shit. Good shit, Tina. What up, Divinity? Good to see you, bro. Okay, I'm 1-on-1, so give him that. All right, cool. Let's change the keyword. You know what time it is. It's jam time. We haven't done it today. Cat jam.
Your fucked up quiz keywords.
I'm fucked up in the head anymore. All right, cat jam it is. You know what time it is.
All right, Tina,
Get him
I
in
got you.
there. Let me see him in the chat. The cat jams. I love seeing it. It makes me happy. All right. Get back there. Cat Jam is in there. Yeah, good to see you, Devaney.
All right, you want to pick a quiz, bud?
Yeah, sure. I want to do this Aflac 2K. This Ace 6 of Hearts. Or we got a 10K with Ace 5 of Spades, 1307. A lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
Popping off on the quiz game.
Oh, we're pretty cut up in the mat, so it looks like the next one format is.
I got 1309.
Yeah, that's the one.
I don't know. Yeah, let's do that one. I did watch some Jonathan. Jonathan did that hand history review on YouTube with just GTO's hands. That was so fucking good.
Yeah, I watched some of that
they
too.
went to the server. I watched a lot of it. Watching it. Cool. We're gonna do 1309. We're gonna pick somebody. Get your cat jams out. You got 2 weeks off, Devinny. Come to Vegas. I'm in Vegas next week.
Oh shit!
Come and get it.
He's just inviting all sorts of people to Toe's house.
Hell yeah. Just come to Toe's house. He's got extra room. You can stay there. He's got food and stuff.
Come play his arcade machines. It's cool here.
Yeah. All right. I'm ready to roll it when you are, my man.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, gamers. Welcome.
Another Team Toe legend. Dennis, you up, buddy?
Oh, Dennis.
419 DMC. I don't know why. Every time I see that screen name, it reminds me of like an 80s rap group. I don't know why. Maybe it's the DMC. I don't know. Reminds me of
All right, gamers.
DMC.
Yeah, I remember that. Hell yeah. Do I have any Run DMC on my playlist?
BYOC to Toe's house. Bring your own chair.
Toe's house, his wife cooking.
People were
Hell
going
yeah.
crazy in my chat yesterday asking if I have chairs that are 6s safe for when you stream from here. All my chairs in trouble.
Breaking shit. Yeah, just breaking shit.
You're famous for punching chairs.
Oh, knocking shit out, breaking chair. I almost kicked it once.
You do it in the wind, though. It's not about. That's not tilt rage. You did it when you ship it.
Yeah.
All right, let's run it. We're doing
Let's click it.
the bracelet event.
1309. Yes, sir.
Let's run it.
Let's do it.
All right, here we are in the 2K WSOP bracelet event. It's going to fold to us here in the hijack. We have 18 big blinds. Ace 6 of hearts. Should we fold, call, raise to 2,000, or go all in?
Alrighty, quick and out the bait.
Raise.
18 bigs.
Chip, limp,
Raise, jam, limp, fold.
snap it in. Maybe I'll skip our dub.
Oh shit! It actually is for Run DMC, and he used to fucking sport the DMC Gazelles, the big ass shades.
Oh
My man.
yeah, I've seen those. That's what's up. That's tight.
So all your friends, dude. His nickname is DMC. That's a fucking badass nickname.
It is. Regional is calling.
Fold
call-
next
I mean,
quiz, says 108 years later.
Why are
You
the
got
cards
'em.
not centered? Well, I think in the WSOP replayer, you can't put your seat. You can't dictate where your seat is. There's
You
no preferred
can when
seating.
you play, but the replayer doesn't do it.
The replayer does not have a preferred seating, if I remember correctly. I'm too nitty. I might even. You crazy as hell. Ship it, baby. Less than 18 BBs, Devinny. Yep. Some cats are just shipping. D Coots cat jamming, but he's not. I'm not shipping these stacks behind.
2K for my man.
What are you
Dennis.
doing here, Journey?
Min raise for him.
2K or jam? God, cat. Jam.
Bunch of min raises coming in now.
WSOP software is like that. All right.
That's so stupid. It's funny.
Gamers is going 2K.
So is Dennis. He's been raising too.
Yep, no jams here. Just
No
raise
jams
2K.
here. Standard.
No
min raise.
jams. No limps.
No
Don't
folds
be-
either. We're
What are you
deep position with
scared?
ace suited ace. Absolutely open.
If you raise and get jammed or something, I mean, who cares? You still have like 16. You can play poker with that.
Van says 2,500. There's no reason to go for more than a min raise, especially when you're this short. It's not the worst thing in the world. If you go like 22 or something, 2,500 a little too much. 3K for the same reason, Tina.
Trolling. Jamming 18. It ain't happening. I guess maybe we.
Limp. Someone said limp in my chat. I actually think limp is a valid strat here. Like I think this is a hand and a situation we might mix some limps here.
All right.
I would
Raisey
still
daisy.
min raise, but do you ever think this is a okay spot to limp? I don't think that's the worst thing in the world if you're gonna limp.
Some of these ace X hands that aren't strong enough to really raise, call, and all in. Probably still raise. I mean, I haven't studied the limp strategy extensively enough to really know if we're using this hand class or suited aces. I know there would be some ace queen and stuff we can limp, and obviously some of the stronger variety, maybe some suited kings as well. But I don't know about our suited
I don't
aces.
know if
I'm
I
not
have a
sure.
chart that has
Only
a
raising.
limp strat. I'm looking right now, just out of curiosity.
This is a 18
No,
bigs. People
no,
are fuck it, give up. You would never survive on some of these sites. You're gonna only have 18 bigs. 18 bigs is a fucking get me
You
a
have to.
margarita and a fucking yacht. We're
Yeah,
chilling.
my charts don't have a
Yeah,
limp
hammock
strat.
and a margarita with 18. We chilling.
Yep.
So yeah, 2K.
2K. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Dennis is doing that too. Too many blinds to jam, Tina. You never want to just jam 18. Like under 15
Maybe
is where
some
you start
pairs
jamming.
in some spots.
Maybe even 13.
Yep, 18 bigs on Iggy. This is like literally 28, 32 bigs. So yep.
Cool. Let's do it.
So I really like raise to 2,000 here. I think too many people shove all in for 18 big blinds here. They're scared to raise fold here. I think they just kind of play too weak in this spot and just shove. The problem is you're not letting your opponents make mistakes. They can just kind of, it's pretty easy to play against a shove here. You just wait until you have a good hand and then you call. Better way to play, in my opinion, is raise to 2,000. Let your opponents make some mistakes. Let the big blind come into the pot with 6-8 suited, and stack them on a 6 high flop or a 8-6, like 9-6-5 flop. So, raising to 2,000 is just going to generate a lot more EV than shoving is going to do. In terms of limping, you probably could limp this and it's going to be definitely fine. It's going to be better than folding. I just tend to not incorporate limping ranges. I think it complicates the pre-flop game tree a little too much, and there's not a ton of gain. So I just tend to do a raise strategy. Also, I don't think people rejam enough, so I think raising is just fine because you're going to see the flop a lot more than you should because people should be rejamming way more than they are. So I raise it up to 2,000. Big blind calls. Queen 5 deuce with the heart. Big blind checks. Should we check? Bet 1,300, 2,500, or 4,000.
This is like the sixes fucking wheelhouse right here.
This
This is where he makes all his money, guys, if you don't watch the stream.
I play with 18 and 22 bigs for most tournaments I've won. Yeah, that's it.
I mean, the most common stack to have is 20 to 40 blinds. So this is right there.
Not all day.
That's where you have the most often in tournaments.
So when you shove, don't you get folds from ace nine and small, maybe even king queen? Yeah, but they just snap you with better. They get to play perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
They fold all the junk and they call you with all their better aces.
You never make those big blind bets. You don't get the situation where the big blind calls and check folds, and then you have 23 bigs. You don't pick up bigs that way. You don't get them to call a street, and you pick up with a double barrel on a turn. You get there. So you don't never really get to stack them when they hit worse 6x, like you were saying.
Yeah, is it profitable to jam? Probably. Is it more profitable to play the hand? Absolutely. 1,300 for Dennis. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna like bet C bet take or raise C bet or bet C bet take it down a lot. You're gonna bet hit it and win value that way when they get second pair and things. You can raise and just take it down and pick up the blinds and antes, which is good. So all those different ways to win chips versus jam and maybe pick up the blinds and antes.
You just stack you off just so easy. 18 bigs. See that, so many bigs. So much play.
Mm-hmm. So much play.
So we're seeing a lot.
I mean, I would still min raise this at 15 bigs. You too, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you get called, you're super dog. Yeah, when you get snapped off here, you're in dog shit shape. I mean, you're in hell when you get called and you just jam.
Mm-hmm. We're going 1,300.
13s. Yeah.
What about checking with that? That'd be wrong. In position, we always want. I mean, not always, but in position. We generally want to bet because the big blind's going to defend super wide, Tina, with a whole mess of hands, and we bet and take this down just a heap in time. So in position, we want to bet. Out of position, we check a lot. In position, we bet a lot as general wide-ranging concepts. All right, let's do it. 1,300.
Wait a minute. Yeah, if you guys do get picked, make sure you're tagging us. It gets kind of hard to find sometime in chat. Make sure you tag us if you get picked. Makes it easier. But we're going 1,300 as well. Toe, would you quarter this as well,
yeah,
or would you use another size?
I would go like 1,300 to 1,600 for sure.
Yeah, I don't know if this board is dynamic enough. We want to use a larger sizing. 13 feels reasonable. We're going to be able to make some 5x, 2x feeling different. But I don't know. 2,500. Don't think we need to use that size with the back door. So
2,500 isn't
1,300 it is.
terrible. I don't think. I think 1,300 is probably better, but 2,500 isn't that bad.
All right.
I mean, we're really just targeting his air, right? All his flush draws, his 5 middle queens are coming, so we could bet.
Yeah, like
and just
hands
sit
like
down.
Jack 8 will just fold, and
fold.
that hand has equity, and it's fantastic. Like Jack 9 and Jack 10, and the King X hands, the King 7 might fold, which is great, you know.
Yeah,
so.
and we're on a stack size where we don't want to give a free card, and at the same time, we don't want to risk too much of a stack.
Well, yeah, when
That's
we
volatile.
go 2-5, maybe we over condense the range of hands to continue. It makes us harder for us to double. Where if we go small, we can still call wide enough. Where
You
we
can go
double
small
and
again
try
when
to
the flush
make.
card comes or something. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if we go small again, but we can definitely just decide to alley-oop sometimes. So, but yeah, let's go 1,300 and still. Thank you for that follow, man. Game time, 13.
Key thing here to recognize is your big blinds range. No pocket queens. Pocket fives should be rejamming pre-flop. Pocket deuces should be rejamming pre-flop, but maybe they just call it. Hands like ace queen are not in that range anymore. Maybe a king queen gets shoved pre-flop. So this range is getting pretty capped in the big blind. So we get to bet a lot more. I like betting 1,300 here. I don't think people are going to check raise enough. Checking is an option here with this particular hand to protect our equity. But that's why I like to bet small, so that if we do get check raise, we can still call the check raise. Got a pretty good hand here that we want to make sure we can see turns and rivers with. So I like betting small. Checking's fine. Betting 2,500 is fine as well, but that's starting to get a little bit on the large side. I do bet quarter pot. We get a call. 4 hearts on the turn. Should we check? Bet 2,400. Bet 4,500. Bet 6,000 or go all in.
What are we doing? Bet small, bet medium, bet large, or cat jam? What are you doing?
Shush. Bombs away. D. Coot says, I would raise again. This for 4-5. Yeah.
I see more equity.
It's
more
crazy
equity indeed.
Sixes on WSOP. No, I'm crazy sixes on WSOP. I think there's a impersonator on WSOP.
Contrast jamming for twice pot.
Yep, jam the tomato board river. The fuck. So 15 big blinds. Are you min and 14? Nope. No, you can min down to 12 bigs. I mean, I have a 12 big blind opening range for sure. There's 12 big blind opens and folds.
45.
Makes you hard as hell to play against if you just have the shorter you go. You got these opens. It makes it kind of tough, man.
I mean, you kind of have to have min raises at 12 because you want to be able to min raise aces and kings. You don't want to
be able to
jam
min raise. Yeah.
So if you're gonna min raise your best stuff, you got to have some other stuff in there too.
Mm-hmm. Check. Getting raised here with so much equity would be terrible. Deuterino says. Gamers is going 4.5s.
So is Dennis. There's a ton of 4.5s in my chat, and then 2,400 from Lucifer that just came in. Jam it for contrast. He's going twice pot jam.
Okay. How about yourself?
I tend to bet small here and go 2,400. The jam actually has piqued my interest. I don't know if this is a spot or not. I tend to go small again. Fold out the 5. And never folding. I mean, we got a gut shot and over and a flush shot. We can't fold if he jams turn.
I mean, yeah, we're just gonna bet call, and the question is, like, when he continues to the small bet, he has some equity. Mm-hmm. So we say to ourselves, like, some of his queens should be check raising, even like he doesn't have king queen anymore, so his queen 10s, some of those queen X, queen 9, maybe those hands sometimes check raise. And then obviously he has a lot of 5x, but those 5x pick up equity with straight draw sometime as well. Mm-hmm. The diamond draw, some of those check raise. But man, this is interesting. We have a ton of equity.
Checking behind makes some sense too. I mean, you kind of talking me into it. Realize all your equity.
Yeah,
it's a weird spot with the stack size.
It is. I mean, I've cat jammed this spot before,
sure.
For sure. But I would like the 4 to be an overcard to the 5 when I cat jam it, you know.
Sure.
Jamming or small. Going small doesn't feel. I mean, it feels like we can just bet call it off. It doesn't feel great. Maybe checking, but yeah, cat jam or I don't know. This is an
It's a
interesting
weird spot.
Yeah. Because it's the SPR, right? We just a little over 2 on the turn, and we pick up equity.
Yeah, I mean, if we're 60 bigs deep, we always just bet fucking 60% here and move on with our lives.
I would just go big. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. We size up
this
and
is
move
a
on
sweet
with our lives.
spot.
We'd go 4,500 like most of the guys in the army, and then, or maybe bigger.
I mean, I
6,000.
can. God, I know I've cat jammed this before. I know I have.
It's a weird spot.
Yep. Chuck Nola, thank you for the 7 months, buddy. Appreciate you, man. But in this spot, we are going 4.5 because
So are we.
what is our man doing? And let's see what Matt thinks.
Well, he likes just doing it.
Interesting turn spot.
Big, but not
The old
The
crazy.
60.
concept here on the turn is you don't want to bet hands with a lot of equity that cannot call a shove. So, for example, if you had 9-8 of hearts or 9-8 of diamonds, you'd
Can't
want
call
to
a
check
jam.
both of those hands because you don't want to bet here and then get the opponent check shove all in, and then you have to fold those hands with the flush draws. A6 of hearts here. If we do bet, we have enough equity to call the shove since we do have an overcard to the queen and we have a straight draw, especially with the 6. So I think both betting 4,500 with this hand is fine, and also checking is fine.
Checking's
here.
fine as well. That's good.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think you can just mix the two options. The big thing here is just not like for example, a hand like King Jack of Hearts here. We would want to check here. We want to check a lot of our flush draws that can't bet call off, and we're gonna bet with the ones that have enough equity, like with a 3 or 8, like
Makes a lot of
King
sense.
3 of Hearts, for example. We could bet call off that hand. A6 of Hearts here, we can bet call off. So I chose to check back this time. Like I said, betting and checking are both fine. The river is the 3 of diamonds,
Got him.
and our opponent checks. Should we check, bet 2,400, bet 4,000, or bet 6,000?
Oh, baby. What size do we like here? I seen a check. You can't
just-
check call. We're in position. We can't check call. We're actually in position.
Yeah.
If we check, the pot's over.
Yep. Surreal.
That pot here. As played, I'm going 6. Raina says, I agree with check called. Solo, we're in position. That's 2 check calls in a row. People,
You can't check call. You just checking the hands over.
6 with the hope to induce. If we, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, 6 max value, a lot of 6s, some 4s. He says, hush.
We got a handful of 6Ks, 4K for Albatross.
If he has the diamonds, get me out. Yeah, get me out.
Diamond, that's
See ya.
why you jam turn. I can't fear the
Yeah.
Reaper contrast. Lightning likes
tired.
really spun off your streets. Definitely lightning.
So you're cracking me up, man.
I would have been small
Everything
like
gets
after did on the
there.
turn because I didn't want to leave myself 10 bigs behind. You know what I'm saying? But he likes small, but not quite as small as I went.
So yeah, we are going. Did you tag me?
Still waiting
Solo.
for Dennis.
I mean,
Got a couple of 4Ks and a couple of 6Ks
Where did he
in
go?
my chat.
oh no.
There he is. Check. Still has flush in his range.
What are we doing here, Solo? Tag me. Oh, Gamers. I'm sorry, not Solo. Gamers is going 4. So we're going 4K. Sorry. Thank you, buddy.
Dennis checking, scared of the flush got there.
Is checking this river?
Mhm.
Nope, never in a million years. So
Spoiler.
my thoughts are: did he already go? Did Dennis go?
Yeah,
Oh, he's checking, right?
he's checking.
Yeah, and Gamers is going 4K. We got to go the biggest size possible, the max greed, because I think when we check back the turn, diamonds get there. He probably would expect us to check back a lot. So I think he would just be betting his diamond draws enough. Like he's just gonna expect us to check back. So we're gonna just target any kind of weird 2 pair, maybe a queen X. Maybe he does just have an ace X or something himself. I think we just have to fucking bet the biggest size here, and I would just expect him to lead his diamond draws a higher frequency of the time. And yeah, I think we go 4 to 6 for sure.
Yeah, I'm 6 all day. I agree. Yeah, I mean, we got the fucking that straight. I'm betting for sure.
Eat, right?
Yeah, it is what it is. If you bet any jams, are you calling?
What?
If you bet any
Snap.
jams, are you?
I mean, really? I mean, yeah. I mean, I think at that point, would we just have like, yeah, I think we
It's
would
tough
have
with
to,
the
right?
6, right? If you didn't have the 6, it might be a fold.
Yeah.
Because there's a 6 out there, he's the big blind defend, and the diamonds got there. But when you have the 6, it's really tough.
You know, wants to play me heads up. It's cool.
For rolls, let's do it.
For
I'll
rolls,
mediate.
All right, 6K, 4K it is for gamers. Let's do it.
Lightning says if he has never has diamonds. If he does, he'll cut off his toe, even his big one. All right, so we are checking. That's what Dennis is doing.
All right, we're going for it, guy.
Yeah.
Please.
So with the 6
Gotta
here,
go
I think
big.
we definitely have a value bet.
The
I don't
biggest.
think checking is an option. Matter of sizing here, and I think half pot is pretty good sizing. I think you can go 4K or 6K are both pretty good sizings. We can get called by ace-x. We'll get called by some bluffs, bluff catchers. Card we're going to want to bluff a decent amount here. We have a lot of ace-x in our range. So betting like 4,000 or 6,000 are both fine. I think our hand with the 6 is definitely worth a larger bet. I think we can definitely bet 6,000 here, doing just fine. Yes, this player can have a flush, but they're just going to have like an ace or like a 5 or a queen a lot, and we got to put them in a tough spot. So I really like betting here. Definitely got to put in a value bet. We bet 4,000, and our opponent check raises all in. Should we fold or call?
I asked what you did.
Here we go. Rage and Al was not calling out me. They were calling out R-Dub. So.
Oh, backed out, huh?
No, I wasn't talking to me. I was talking to R-Dub. No back out. Just wrong person.
Call. No oops. It's a standard value bet.
Journey snapped that shit in there.
Lightning says he's getting his scissors ready. He
Damn!
Lightning
Game
Dave
is
just
folded.
lost his big toe. He bet his big toe on this diamond.
Bruh.
Yeah.
There is how much going to be out there for 8? Oh my goodness.
Dennis calling.
Dennis is calling. Gamers is folding.
Okay.
So
I mean, there is an argument that when we bet a polarized range on the river, which we should, and we bet like 80% pot and get raised,
Well,
we should be folding a ton of our range. I don't know if that includes the 6.
well, I mean, it's not. We didn't go polar. We went half pot. Polar would have been like a massive.
Oh, he
pot
went half
potting
pot
it
in
over.
game. I thought we were going to bet 6. I saw bet
Yeah.
6 as the score.
It's not.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Give
I'm
me
not
out.
folding. I can't fold. I got the fucking nut straight.
I mean, I don't know. It's like, yeah, I think this might be in the category of too strong. You might be able. He might just be jamming some ace deuce.
I don't know what's happening
like
Lightning.
that. There's enough just single ace X hands. He may just jam here, thinking he's pushing us off a chop while representing. He could just jam the bare ace of diamonds. Yeah, I'm never folding. Give me out.
Lightning
Gotta
says chop pot. I think I might be chop.
Single chip.
There goes your toe.
I'd have threw in a single chip, throw it up in the air, snap call. Let's go.
Yeah.
Single chip call. All right, we are folding because that's what Gamers is doing though.
Yeah, we're calling. That's what Dennis did. He did it.
All right, let's go.
Pretty nasty spot here, but with a 6 in our hand, I think we have to call.
Gotta go. Snap.
I think I would fold most of my ace-x hands. I think we have enough flushes and 6x to call with. We will check back some like 9 of diamonds, 8 9 of like jack 9 of diamonds, king jack of diamonds, stuff that doesn't have can't bet call off the turn. So we do have some check back flush draws. And we bet on the smaller side too. So if we had bet something like 8,000, I think it's a little bit easier of a fold. But since we bet small here, we could just be betting an ace here. This player maybe could just be doing this with like any ace of diamonds to try to get us off a chop. So I think we just have to call here. Not very excited about it. I think folding would just be too weak here. We're just going to get back half of this pot way too much with the 6. I think this player is probably check shoving any 6. Also shoving some flushes, but we're getting pretty good price here. So we're going to call it off here, and we run into the king 4 diamonds, which is unfortunate, and that's going to be our bust out.
Oh, it's over. The dream is dead. No.
In a 2K. That was the bracelet event. That's how we busted 2K. No. Oof.
Drug says nobody ever jams river with an ace. They just call. What do you think?
True. I agree. I mean, maybe some lunatic will try to make it look. If they have the ace of diamonds in their hand, if they had ace deuce, ace five, ace four, I think they would semi bluff in some cases.
Lightning lost his toe in this. He bet his big toe on the river and got fucking snapped.
Flush, deuce, check.
Oh no.
Not only did they check raised and wrecked us. You hate
I mean,
to
you probably
see
should
it.
check raise flop with this hand. Over, backdoor straight, diamond jump.
Yeah, I could see a check raise on flop as well. Raging Al was right. The king of the chat is correct in the way they played the hand. They said just check back. I'm not. You'd got me.
Got me too.
But
we're both students of Affleck, though, so all three of us went down with the ship.
Yeah, we all. Yeah.
Damn it, coach!
Affleck. He's one of my one of the coaches. We went down. I need to hire Raging Al as my coach. Apparently.
All right, definitely. We fucking crushed this.
Oh,
quiz.
piss! I just left the fucking quiz section. I misclicked.
He didn't want to see the shame, Dennis. You see that?
What did
Dennis got all tens except he goose egged with the check back on the river, which would have saved him chips in real life.
And what quiz number was that? We got a 42. So you beat us.
Points or 40 also?
No, we got a 42.
Oh, you won.
Oh shit! Because we got an 8 and a 4. Let's go.
Because we goose egged the river. That's crazy.
Wow.
Fucking Dennis gets 10, 10, 10, goose egged, and then 10, and loses by 2 points because of the goose egg on the river.
Oh,
Ouch.
so dirty. Kids got alligator.
Justified.
Consistent decision making. Well played.
Justified. And in real life, he made the right decision and still got punished.
Good job, buddy.
Like this.
Make sure to whisper me, and I'll let you know how to get the money, buddy. Good job. Thank you.
Oh, that's rough. Where's the toe equity, he says? Oh, no.
We need a new keyword.
Yeah, I think we got time for one more, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Just do 6 toes and make it easy.
Yep. It's not interactive, and it's not, I mean, I kind of want to do something else. 6 toes is fine.
The guy's got dancing emotes.
Or, yeah, I know. That's all I want to do is watch the chat bump. You know what I mean? 6 toes it is. Piss. Boring, yeah. Cat jam.
All right, this number. You want to end with Roz? We'll do that one that we were missing here. 1297.
Yeah, we can do 1297. Jack 10 off in a big blind, short stack versus a middle position limp. Rut-row.
Tough.
So we're gonna be attacking a range. I can see it now. I'm leaving for Vegas on Monday, so no Sunday session. We'll spend all Sunday with the family, and then leave Monday and be in Vegas Monday night. What up? I'm excited as hell. Won money, that got second in the tournament our last session. Come back from vacation, crushing it. Everything is going well. But yeah, I am ready to pick whenever you are.
I'm ready.
Yeah, let's do it.
Jamblance! You up, buddy?
Well. R-Dub, get the chance, my dude.
Well played, 9 beats. 9 toes for Lightning because he lost a toe in that last hand.
Good luck, R-Dub. Good to see you, buddy. You already know what time it is. Represent. Let's sweep him today.
We can't see the quiz. The 2 options are check and all in, and Tina just says all in. She's like, if those are the only 2 options.
Yep.
No hand necessary.
She's shit, I'll do whatever Al says.
You know Al's all in without saying
what's up, Waterless Fishy? Good to see you, man. Welcome back. All right, game time. You ready?
Let's do it.
Here we have a 15 big blind stack limps. And it's over to us in the big blind. We can either check or go all in.
Well, that's kind of funny. We were talking about it's gonna be a quiz and it's check or all in or something, and so and so goes all in. Here you go.
Tina saw the hand and changed the check though.
I'm
checking as well.
I'm no pro. No pro here. Rainis is cat jamming this shit in there.
Dennis checking.
Check for Chris.
Lots of checks coming in the chat. Check,
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 check, check, check, check, check, check, check. Hate Jack 10 offsuit. Those are funny things that people say. You shouldn't hate or love any particular hand. You should play the spot.
Truth be told,
Play the
that's
range
actually-
and the spot.
but I want a cat jam.
I always find it interesting the guys are like, I always play 7-3 suited because of it's my birthday or whatever the fuck. Like, no, it's bad.
Gosh. Alright, is there better? Al doesn't make us pros. I'm just lucky. Yep. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. All right. R-Dub, what are you doing here, buddy? Oh, he's just checking. I believe.
So are we.
He says he's.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I swear. You remember? Nah, it's me and Drugs. Is Drugs in your chat?
Yep.
We were looking at a bunch of shit like a couple weeks ago, and Jack 10 off was doing a considerable amount of calling off all ends from the small blind and jamming when they completed, like all the time. So if you have this range kind of like a small blind range, which it's not, I'm just thinking of some situations where we were just going crazy with Jack 10 off. So I don't think it's like a horrible hand. You will make a lot of better hands fold, and you're going to run pretty decent equity versus some of the small pairs and ace-x hands. But that was just situations I was looking at, like small blind versus BB. I have never studied this versus a middle position limp. So, I mean, I'm just saying it could have some application as just a steal all in that plays well versus a lot of marginal strength hands that would just limp and sometimes call. But we just check here. I would only check, but just playing devil's advocate for thinking about jamming. Check.
Yeah. I mean, I would probably jam Jack 10 suited if I'm honest. I can see it. I mean, I can see it.
Yeah, I mean, we're just going to be able to flop enough to make. We're going to be able to continue on enough boards and play, with Jack 10 off to limps and shit like that. We're going to have a lot of options. The pot's going to be small, so yeah, we can just check as well. All right, we're checking. R-Dub's checking. I'm sure you're checking over there, so let's do it.
I'm pretty happy just checking this hand. I would rather shove with something like some ace-high, king-high hands that are offsuit, that don't play as well, that aren't as connected, stuff like that. Here I'm just happy to take it to the flop. So we check, and now the flop comes Jack 6-4 rainbow. We can check, or we can lead out for 100, 175, or 280.
All right, who's leading?
Oh, shit.
Who's leading versus Zelimp? Raina says, I'd lead 175. How do you know it's not the right answer? But I'd want to lead this board.
Dennis first in the chat with a check.
Uh-oh, R-Dub is shook.
Now the checks are starting to come in. Lead for Jamblance, 175.
Yep, 175. Oh, wait a minute. He hasn't said anything yet. I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong person. We're waiting on R-Dub.
Tina going 100. Check to check raise for Bruce.
$175 for gamers. What we doing here, bro? We're on a shot clock. He's using RTA right now.
Oh, shit.
I don't know. Check sometimes, lead sometimes. I'll probably check. So he's going to check. Okay.
Yeah, we're leading, 175.
You leading here?
No.
Nope.
I'm checking to check raise top pair with 14 bigs and run with it. Hand needs a lot of protection. I want to grab that C bet. If I lead, what's continuing on Jack 6-4? Like nothing.
Two overs. Backdoor draws.
King,
single pair hands.
Queen of diamonds, maybe. It's all most.
Just king queen off should. I mean, hands have a lot of equity. Maybe even some ace tens. I mean, so many fucking hands can call the lead. Ace X, I think would sometimes just float.
Okay.
All their fucking underpairs, if they ever limp that kind of stuff. King queen would always call. Queen Jack I would see with the backdoor flush draw. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it feels like this could be a lead, but I mean, I would play it like you a lot. Just check and raise.
Needs protection.
Yee.
Yep.
So on the same token, some people might think a player that limps behind is going to check back too often. So they might want to bet this for a little bit of protection versus some of the bad overcards and stuff like that.
That is a fair assessment that the limper might not. I forgot he limped to the pot and didn't raise
Yeah,
it.
and
I
he might
just
not always see that.
assume they
so he
open
might.
because they always open. In a
Yeah.
limped pot, lead's got a little bit more merit for sure because the guy who limps is not necessarily the guy who's going to bet in the back seat. Most often,
And he
they are
gets to
gonna
just check and realize equity, and we get called still by worse hands. So that's why I think leading could be kind of reasonable, right?
I do think that's
I kind of I see the leading army out there. I probably mix in a spot in game. I mix depending on what I think of this player. But
if you only bet 100
on
saver,
our hands, we're gonna check.
Not really. I mean, I think.
Well, we get value as well. It's not only protection; it's value from worse hands.
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well when we bet.
And the small, you bet the wider they go, Tina. So it's not terrible.
Lead one find out quickly if he limps some good. Take control. Let's not fire randomly and have to guess where he's at.
If you lead, what size are you leading? Sixes?
I don't know. The 100 seems reasonable because we can get called super wide. When we go, the smaller we go, the wider his continuing range is going to be. I would think he continues his entire goddamn range when we go 100, which is kind of cool for us because we get more value to double barrel. On 175, it does start to slightly condense. I would never probably go 280. Then we just probably get his traps to continue and him to fold all the hands we want value from. So I'd probably go like 100, little less, a little bit more than 100.
Yeah, I think so too. I was kind of asking because Tina was asking if that was wrong. I actually think Sakis got a lot of merit.
But yeah, let's see what Faraz thinks. We're gonna check because that's what our dub is doing.
We're leading 175. That's what Jamblance is doing.
Cool. Let's do it.
And I'm generally just checking here because we got to remember our range is just complete trash. We have everything in our range. Actually, we don't have everything in our range. We have everything but the good stuff in our range because we would have raised or shoved with the good stuff. So we basically just have a bunch of garbage in our range. And this player has a defined range, a very specific range. He chose to play the hand. He chose to limp. So we're definitely just wanting to check our entire range here and don't need to have a leading range here. Opponent bets 100. So now we can call. We can check raise to 260, check raise to 350, or fold. We're not going to fold, but what are those other three would you like to do?
He just put it out there for good measure.
Yeah, I just put it out there.
I went to that was leadership over at PC.com saying you have to have 4 options. All right, here, put fold out here, but don't ever pick this one. 3.
So Reynes is just calling. So he doesn't think we have a leading range versus the middling position limp there. So yeah, these are really unique spots when you see middle position limps off these. It really is not spots you're really going to be studying or running into a lot.
He hated the lead. Goose egged.
He goose
egged? 0 points. Hey.
Oh, it's so funny.
So much hate. I wonder what 100 was. If he liked the smaller bet size.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to do it, maybe he likes smaller and gives that like a
Gives
2.
you a few points.
Well, nice try. Good run again. We got a 10, so
we're in trouble.
Yep. What are you guys doing here? Come on. We check raising, we calling, folding in an option.
I don't want to answer that quite yet, Surreal. Let me get some answers in the chat first. But yeah.
Our dub is just calling.
350 for Jamblance. Check raise. What's the best jack we don't raise here with? I think I'm 14 bigs. We'd probably raise all our jacks. We're trying to get it in with 14 bigs and top pair. Most of our jacks. The vast majority of our jacks. I was trying to think like Jack 2, Jack 3.
I don't know, man.
Those are always going to be suited combos, so they're going to be backdoor suits as well most of the time.
So we're going 350, and our dub is just calling.
All right, let's do it.
Wait a minute. You were check raising to
I
what
was check
size?
raising.
350?
Yeah, 260 is too small.
260, 560. That leaves us 5. Yeah, maybe 350. Just let's rip it in. All right. R-Dub's calling. I can see the check raise get in for sure. Calling with some of these under cards too. We don't have an over to the jack. We're not blocking like better Jack X or any of the overs. Maybe we do just check raise, go broke. I would probably call sometimes, but yeah. Let's call.
Let's do it. Oh, we're 350. Let's find out.
Oh, shit.
I think
260.
both calling or doing a small check raise to
350 might condense
260
too much, right?
is pretty good.
Yeah, he liked the smaller size.
And I probably lean towards the check raise here. There's definitely overcards that ruin our hand. Queen, king, ace. We don't have an overwrite to protect. Our opponent might be betting his entire range here. So we could get value out of ace highs, king, queen type hands. He could even be betting some small pairs for protection that he's going to call with now. So I think there's a decent amount of value to get here by check raising. That said, I think check call playing as a bluff catcher isn't the worst. Check raising to 350 is a bit large. We don't need to do that. We don't want to bet that big with our bluffs. And now the turn comes the king of clubs. So we could either check, bet 280,
Check
or bet
280,
600.
600, check raise, called our ass Seabasses, and here we go. Little over 1 SPR. Raging Out is just throwing their cards into the muck. As played, Reynes is checking this. What's the army doing?
Right now, the shook. What are y'all doing out there in the army? Let me hear. Should have raised big and won it on the flop, says Bruce. Why? If we raise big, won on a flop,
Or you condense
the ranges to only better? That's the argument Faraz is making.
Yeah, our small check raise can still get floated by worse hands. So we want to keep in worse and not over condense his range to just better or the best hands and start folding out hands that are worse that would continue. We can get value from.
Zudaper says 280, making me look like a value bet. It is a value bet. You got to compare. Gemmat's going 280. Beat's going 280. So now they're coming in. 280 is starting to stream in.
And we see nothing but checks here on my end. Wait a minute. Let me see. R-Dub, what are you doing here? I mean, I'm betting small the way Faraz played it. So he's going 280.
Okay.
And you are
280 or check. When we check raise and he calls is slightly concerning, and if I bet this king, the hands that he floated with, like that we don't need protection from, like 7s, 8s, and 9s, are just gonna fold when we bet on the king. 600 never a thing, Tina, because we only have 1200 in our stack, and so you're never gonna bet half your stack and leave 6 blinds behind. You're either gonna, like, we're kind of at a weird stack to pot ratio. It's probably jam if you're gonna bet big. The problem with jamming is that better jacks and kings call us, and then everything else just folds. Which is why now that I'm taking this out loud, I think I'm leaning check.
check for sure. Faraz noted to start the hand that this player elected to play this hand. He has something. He elected to bet after we checked. He has something. We check raise and he called to check raise. He has something. Do we bet and get better to call and worse to fold?
No, we bet here, get all his underpairs to fold, and his better jacks. Which
better to call, yeah. Better hands to call. There might be a handful of worse hands that can call a bet, and then a lot of the worse hands are just going to fold anyway. Is he going to have bluffs or just showdown value hands that we already beat? Can we get value from anything else? I don't know what the fuck else we get value from. I'm checking. Check.
Yep.
All right. Let's see what Faraz thinks. If you
280 for jam blades.
Bet. I mean, if you go small here, you're just gonna check the fucking river when he actually calls. Are we trying to fold out?
And then he just gets the fucking.
I don't. If he doesn't check here, we gonna have to run this immediately.
Okay.
So, all right, let's do it.
Check 10 points.
We're gonna be checking here. Betting small is okay. We do get some value, so I think you could maybe
on the
bet
points
small,
today.
but I definitely think a check is your preferred option here. King's a bad card for us. It hits his range. He has a bunch of kings that he floats with. We barely have any kings. Maybe some
Goddamn.
king with the backdoor straight and flush draw. It could be something we check raised. Maybe king jack. But nonetheless, not very many kings going to help him. A lot more. So we check. Opponent bets 340. We can call or we can go all in here.
Wait a minute. So did you went 280?
Yeah, it was 3 points.
Oh, okay. He got 3. Okay, so
Take off 7.
I was supposed to take off 7. Yeah, I fucked up. We're all pissed.
To good
All
on
right,
Affleck quizzes and suck at Faraz quizzes, that's because you get coached by a guy who gets coached by Affleck. Tina says, this test is giving me a headache. Yeah, but this is a common spot, right, Tina? This is a good one because we're in this spot all the time.
Well, not versus a lamp off of 14. I mean, this exact situation is fairly rare if you ask me. Maybe not in the micro stakes where guys are just living their planets. True. Yeah, true. I prefer to keep my check raise balance. So we folding here, guys, or calling? No option to fold.
There's no fold option. By the way, it's call or all in the quiz. You don't have a fold button, do you?
Excuse me?
You have a fold button on your quiz? Are we looking at different quizzes?
No, I'm fucking shook by it. I didn't notice. I think he messed up.
I think he messed
What
up.
the fuck? Well, guys, anybody want to cock jam
call,
this
we
in
only have
there?
7 blinds
A
behind,
nasty
right?
ass. Yep. How do you just fold here
Jamlin's
anyway? You're
calling.
never just folding anyway. True.
Call. All calls coming through the Toe Army chat.
Fucking Rainus is cat jamming. This is fucked. I want to. Ghouls are not folding. Okay, let's make this clear.
This got tough.
Faraz
for me.
is not going to let you fold here. He's
This
going
got
to
really
make you
tough
burn
for me.
more money.
I don't know if Faraz is doing what I'm thinking about right now or not. Literally can't fold. Literally. It's not even an option. No button.
Man, this is calling turn and can't check raise to fold a river. Yeah, a lot of people are getting shook now.
It's tough, right? This is a super tough spot.
Yep. Our job is calling.
So is Jamlands. The
I'm
problem
not
with
folding.
calling here is that we call here shit turn or even brick turn, what the fuck, and they are going to jam. And what the fuck do
Make
we
a
do that?
decision. Yep. I mean, we got to call. I mean,
And not
we're
just
getting
rip it
4 to
here.
1. Nope. Rip for what? What the fuck are we ripping for?
What's your plan for the river? Oh, I
Check
guess don't
again.
tell
I
me.
mean,
You can't tell me.
Get there.
Don't get this.
I mean,
Get there is perfect.
just
That's a
get
good plan.
there. You
That
know how
sounds like a
good-
toe stream.
Do you know how good I run? You know how good I run, man?
I'm just gonna get there.
I'm really fucking
Oh,
good.
fair. I got no
So,
argument.
take
Masturbator says, dude's going crazy in an unraised pot. Pre feels bad. Does feel bad. Super awkward, man. This got really awkward. Like, I want to jam here so bad because I don't want to call this and call the river jam, which is like inevitably coming.
But yeah, life heat call.
Although
life heat
doing
broadcast
that
call.
is keeping him, it does keep him wider than me just ripping here. Although if I rip here, could I get queen jack?
Ace queen, ace 10. You got to remember with our check raise.
Yeah, we get those aces to fold too, though. Like ace 10, ace queen, we get to fold if we rip this right now.
But you're making a worse hand fold. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, we're
Like,
denying a fuck ton of equity too.
not really. We have a 10 and I don't know. I mean, I don't see it, but maybe it is a thing. I mean, I'm not going to be
I don't know if it's a thing.
narrow-minded and not
Fucking
see
hate
all
this
the
guy.
options. But yeah, I mean, I would never fold here. So
I would never fold here either, but I would
always I would call. I don't know if I would check raise.
And then on
We
7th
will
place,
have,
you're just gonna call the river no matter what.
I don't know about no matter what. But if I'm calling turn,
All right,
I
with
mean,
the exception
and we
of
think
an
we're
ace
good here
or
on
a
the turn.
queen. With the exception
But if
of
you're
an ace or a
calling
queen.
on this card and then like a 3 comes on the river, like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
And you check, he jams. Are you calling?
I thought I was good here, right?
I don't know. I don't know where I am in his hand. That's the
If I
problem.
think I'm good, let's just like yeah.
I think I'm too
I'm
good
calling
to
on this
fold.
king.
Too good to fold.
If you're
and too bad to
calling
raise.
here and nothing changes on the river, like I don't know.
Okay.
Get me out. We only gonna have to be right ever so often as well in that spot. Yeah. All right, 3-4.
He's gonna
we're
check
calling.
behind on the river too sometimes too, which is good. All right, 340. Likes the call.
For sure.
Fair.
Here, I'm pretty mixed between calling and going all in.
Thank you, Frost. So am I.
Generally just calling, but The SPR is pretty low, and when it gets less than half the pot, I think it's pretty reasonable to consider just jamming it there.
That changes things. God damn it.
But I don't think there's not too. I mean, there's the queen and the ace, which are going to be over cards. Other than that, it's not too many cards we're worried about. If there was a flush draw out, I could be a little more into jamming as well. But yeah, here I'm generally just calling. River is a queen. We check. Opponent puts us all in, and we can call or fold.
Well, here we are. I don't want to say anything because I feel like anything I'm about to say will be a spoiler, so I'm going to save it. But I have thoughts.
Doesn't feel good, does it?
Feels
What do you
bad.
guys?
Call and
This is
rebuy, says Bruce.
My luck.
We've come too far.
This is one of the 10% I fold.
Mm.
R
Super
Dub
gross,
says
Super
so.
gross.
R Dub is out of here. Deuterino is out of here. See, open fold turn was correct. Bet we won't get to see villain 10 either. Nope. Remember he did show. What was it, last week?
I think he got talked to by management.
Couple weeks. Toss it in the mud.
People are getting angry. Dennis says Nitty fold. Tina calling. Fans
So Dennis is
folding.
folding.
Bruce calling. I'm 50-50 in my chat right now.
Yeah, we're saying mostly folds here.
Contrast says call. He's got pocket sevens. Ace Queen did get that. Jamland says gross, but gives no option. What are you doing, buddy?
What the fuck do we beat here? A complete blast off.
Fold would depend on stats of opponent. Calling for Jamlands. Really didn't know what to do and made a tough call.
Damn, we got a lot of points. Holy shit. 7-8 C. Yeah, I mean, pretty bad fucking card. Your guy, Dennis folded, right?
Yeah.
me a-
Jamblance. Dennis did fold, but Jamblance called, and that's who's playing this hand.
Oh, Jan Blance is playing this hand. So he called?
Yep.
Get me out.
Me too.
I
It's like
think
the
the ace in
nut
the corner.
fucking. I guess this is the worst run out ever. Everything that floats has got there. Like, there's two pairs galore. It's another fucking overcard. My kicker sucks. Deuces.
Still gonna have like all kind of shit, man. I mean, he can still just have sets and overpair. He limped in this pot, right? He can just be limping very strong. Some king queens, king jacks, eights tens, with backdoors, flush draws on the flop. That I don't know, man. Just get me out.
Yep.
Fold. Feels bad, but we can come back from 8 bigs pretty. We've done it before, so let's
I
come
mean,
back.
we
from
just
8
have no
bigs.
choice. Don't be shook by the fact we have 8 bigs, right? Like, in this run out, the way the hand played out, like, we just have to fold. 2 overs got there, the straight got there, like, everything fucking got there. Anything that's going to
This
float the flop.
for
got
us,
there.
find a hero and says, "Oh, I only need to be right 30% of the time," or something like that. And I think he's just going to blast off with ace 5.
No, that, but he check raise flop, too. Like, fuck, man. This
He
is
called
too-
a check raise. He called a check raise. Yeah. All right. Give me out.
Me too.
All right. Folding. And so is our dub.
Calling.
Let's do it.
And
10 points
this is
for both
obviously a
options.
pretty gross run out.
No,
but
we got a fucking 5.
I'm still
for
calling here
folding?
most of the time.
Yep.
Gotta remember, we're getting an amazing price here. It's only half the
See,
pot.
this is the price.
We running
So it
this
means
motherfucker.
we're risking 800 to win a final pot of 3130. So you can take your calculator here and go 800 divided by the final pot after we call 3130, and you come out with 25.5%. That's how much equity you
25,
need,
30%.
aka what percent of the time you need to win the pot
To be
to be profitable or to break even. So we only
I
need to
knew it
be
was
right
like
here
30%.
25% of the time. That's not a lot. So you can call here, you can lose, call again, you can lose, call again. And, you know, as long as you're winning 25% of the time and you finally win, then it's profitable. So we got to keep that in mind and not be results oriented. Think about the long run. We are going to want to maybe check raise something like 4-5, something that needs protection. And then we're going to still call a small bet on the turn. Then we're going to be folding on the river. So we do have other hands like that we can fold. And I'm not saying I'll never fold here, but that I'm generally calling a decent amount of time just because of how little the bet is. But again, this is one of those know your opponent spots where for certain guys, just like, man, this guy doesn't have it in him. I don't think he's ever bluffing here. And that's an understandable fold if that's the situation.
Sheesh.
You only got to be right 25% of the time, and when you're too rich to care,
God, everything gets there. And he doesn't show the hand, you fuck.
he lost.
He lost for sure. He lost. He lost for sure.
He gone. Good try, buddy. Good run. Well, that'll do it. That was fun as hell.
That was fun, man. There was a couple of super tough ones in here, man.
Yeah, there were some tough ass quizzes today. Oh, we got a 51, by the way.
Oh, you got us. We got 34.
You know what that means, Mafia? 2 straight Saturday sweeps in a row. Woo!
Dennis got fucking ho. No, not sweeps.
Worst quiz ever.
Sweep us?
Oh, we got it. We didn't get a. We got a 44.
We sicked the Jaretta on you.
Wait a minute,
we
what
got
did you
Miss
get?
Machine Gun, motherfucker.
Yeah, you're right. We didn't sweep. Yeah, Tina went.
guy.
Miss Machine. Wait a minute. What did you? We got a 44.
34. You beat us.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Because I
We got
forgot.
ranked early in the quiz. It was
Yeah. Yeah, you did win because he got that 0 art up.
Yep.
Good job,
A
bud.
0,
Make sure
a 1, and a 3
Dude.
really fucked it up.
Yeah, Tina did wreck us. That's right. I'm talking shit. Should be soloed up. The Mafia too strong. I mean, Army too strong for that shit. But yeah, that's it. Good shit, guys. That was fun. Make sure to hit exclamation point PC in my chat, PC in Toe's chat. Access to the free
Don't mess with this
quizzes,
machine gun.
all that fun shit. Tools. They got charts, webinars. There's something literally going. They're putting out content every day. So check that out. Make sure to check out the Discord channel as well. It is growing. A lot of hands being shared, meetups. The staking's probably going to come back around. So a lot of stuff out there. And make
Yeah,
sure
for the
to
premium members, Six and I are going to start doing. We haven't started it yet, but we're going to start doing some more stuff like this that we do with you guys for specifically the premium members who are in the premium Discord. So make sure you tune to that. Also, make sure you give my man Sixes. There's the command. A follow. And if you like this one and you've seen, want to see the beginning of this one or anyone we've done in the past, the ones with me and Sixes, the ones with all of our esteemed guests, we always list them off here: Matt Affleck, Evan Jarvis, Tristan Wade, Greg Raymer, Jesse Sylvia, Fat Train, Bet on Drew. There's been a shit ton of them.
We're going to try to have a guest next week while I'm in Vegas. We're going to have the study stream from GodsBigToe.
Yeah.
We were discussing that, so we're going to try to find a guest while we're out in Vegas. I'll be out there. The next time you see me, I will be in Vegas. I'll be active on social. I'm pretty dog shit with it, but I'll be active.
It's going to be fun, guys, and that's a fucking wrap. Oh, yeah, and be safe, guys. Have a happy holiday. Make sure you come back with all your fingers and toes. Don't get crazy with those fireworks. Who you want to throw the host over to? I see Braz is the standard, and then I see some other smaller streamers, Nutraisin.
Let me see who we got. Anybody to catch my? Give me 1 second.
Jeff Gross.
It's been Bra. I mean, we haven't. Yeah, let's kick it to Braz, man. He's a good ass dude. Part of the PC family. Get guys. So let's make sure to jump in this chat, throw those sixes out, throw those toes out, and make it happen, guys. Good luck and have a good, safe holiday weekend. I will not be streaming Sunday, and I will be in Vegas on Monday, baby. All right. Have a good one, guys. Peace. Fun stuff, man.